My name is Marcus Hill, and I'm a 16-year-old black kid from a small city where snow sticks to your sneakers and rich kids rule the hallways. The first thing you should know about me is that I'm used to fighting uphill battles, not with my fists, but with my patience. In my school, being the only black kid in most of my classes already painted a target on my back. That target had two names, Bradley and Carter. They weren't just bullies. They were hurricanes with designer sneakers and parents who wrote big checks to our private school. Their fathers owned construction companies. Their mothers chaired charity boards, and their names were on plaques all over campus. Everyone knew it, especially the principal. From day one, Bradley and Carter treated me like their personal punching bag. They called it jokes. I called it terror. You don't have to sit here, you know. Oh, we do. It's funny watching you pretend you belong here. Yeah, enjoy your scholarship seat while it lasts, Marcus. That was my first week. By the third week, they'd escalated. They shoved my books onto the floor every morning. They'd grab my lunch tray and toss my food in the trash while smirking at the lunch lady. They even spread rumors about me in the locker room. I heard Marcus got suspended in his old school for stealing laptops. No man, it was worse. He threatened a teacher with a knife. I'd never done anything of the sort. But soon kids avoided me. Teachers gave me wary looks. Even my history teacher, Mr. Lewis, a nice man who wore bow ties, started flinching when I raised my hand. Bradley and Carter didn't just target me. They were toxic to everyone, even the teachers. Once in chemistry class, they switched the labels on two containers, so the teacher's experiment exploded in foam. Another time, they secretly recorded our math teacher, Miss Harper, on TikTok and added clown filters to her face. It went viral. She cried in the staff bathroom. Nothing happened to them. Their parents handled it. I reported them countless times. Principal Harris always gave the same tired smile. Marcus, we take all complaints seriously. But without evidence, there's evidence. People saw. Teenagers can be dramatic. Focus on your studies. Focus on my studies. Right. While I dodged spitballs, jokes about my skin, and whispers that I'd been arrested before. The winter had all changed, started with an icy sidewalk and my bicycle. One gray afternoon, I was riding home from school when Bradley and Carter blocked my path near an alley. Nice bike, Marcus. Bet it's stolen. Move. I'm not in the mood. He's not in the mood. You hear that, Brad? They yanked me off the bike. My knees hit the icy pavement. Bradley grinned, pushing my bike toward Carter like it was a trophy. We're taking this for a spin. Consider it reparations. That one stung. Not the words, I'd heard worse, but the way Carter laughed. They pedaled off, leaving me in the slush. I started walking home, my hands shoved in my thin jacket, eyes stinging. That's when I saw it. A glint in the snow under a street lamp. A ring. Thick, old, gold but tarnished, etched with symbols I didn't recognize. It looked like something out of a museum. I picked it up, wiped it on my jeans, and slipped it on my finger. A jolt shot through me like lightning. My breath came out in gasps. The world around me blurred for a second, then snapped back. My heart pounded. When I started walking again, my feet felt weightless. I took a running step and suddenly, whoosh, I was at my front door, blocks away, in less than 10 seconds. I skidded to a stop, snow spraying. My hands trembled. What was that? Later, washing my dad's car to calm down, I leaned against the bumper, and the whole car rolled forward like it was made of cardboard. I jumped back. Okay, this isn't normal. I experimented. Running around the block took me 3 seconds. Lifting a full garbage bin felt like lifting a pillow. I realized the ring wasn't just jewelry. It was power. For the first time in my life, I had the upper hand. The next week at school, Bradley and Carter were waiting by the lockers. They yanked my backpack, tore my glasses off my face, and snapped them in half. Oops, guess you can't see, Marcus. Maybe you'll bump into jail again. They shoved me hard. I fell, palms burning. My heart pounded. I reached into my pocket. The ring. I slipped it on. The world slowed down like syrup. Bradley's smirk stretched into slow motion. Carter's hand hovered midair. I stood up. Your turn. I moved faster than they could see. A blur of fists, not enough to kill, but enough to make them remember. Bradley's nose cracked. Carter crumpled against the lockers, wheezing. Their eyes were wide with terror. Sirens. Someone had called the cops. I zipped out of the hallway and was home in less than a minute. The security camera on our porch showed me arriving at 3:45 p.m., long before the fight was even reported. When the police came, my mom showed them the footage. I sat calmly on the couch, sipping cocoa. The boys claim you attacked them, broke their noses. I was home. Ask your cameras. They did. The timestamps cleared me. Bradley and Carter looked like liars. The next day at school, the bullies avoided me. Their bandages told the story. I smiled, but I wasn't done. 2 nights later, I snuck into Carter's mansion. Moving at super speed, I slipped past motion sensors and guards like a shadow. In his room, I placed a kitchen knife on his bed, dripped fake blood from a bottle of ketchup, and arranged a note. Sleep tight. M. The next morning at school, Carter's face was pale. Did you like my gift? How did you get past? I run fast. His jaw trembled. 2 days later, both boys were withdrawn from the school. Their parents transferred them to a private academy across the state. That was the revenge everyone saw. But here's the twist. The ring had a cost. At first, it was just little things. My fingertips tingled after I used it. My vision blurred for a second. Then my reflection in the bathroom mirror flickered, like someone else was standing behind me. One night, after a sprint, I heard a voice inside my head. Power for power, price for price. I yanked the ring off, heart hammering. The whisper stopped. The next day, Mr. Lewis, my bow-tie teacher, pulled me aside. Marcus, you seem different. Different how? Like you're walking with lightning in your veins. He wasn't wrong. I'd won. But I'd also crossed a line. Sneaking into Carter's room, terrorizing them psychologically. That wasn't self-defense anymore. That was vengeance. And yet, a part of me didn't regret it. Not after years of humiliation, bruises, and whispers about my skin and my scholarship seat. Sometimes at night, I'd roll the ring between my fingers and wonder, who made it? Why was it in the snow? And what would it take from me next time I used it? But for now, the hallways of St. Joseph's Academy were quiet. Kids stopped whispering when I walked past. Even Principal Harris smiled nervously at me. I'd become the storm. I guess the moral is this. Be careful what powers you pick up in the snow. They might change your life, or your soul. Oh, and if you like this story, laughs, go ahead, smash that like button and subscribe. Otherwise, who knows? I might just leave a knife on your bed tonight.